Hello, and welcome to episode 85 of Keeping It Real. I kind of put off the start of this episode as much as I could because I have just woken up, and I don't know. I don't know. This is rare, but very good, can I just say? I'm worried about this because it's not like my routine. Like my routine is to do this late at night, but that's not good for me, and I really want to do it in the morning. And this morning, I woke up and I got up and here I am in front of the camera. So far, so good, let me tell you. I already made the title card for this video. It's purple. That's pretty awesome. I need to go buy more colorful Sharpies because I love colorful Sharpies. I don't know what I'm going to talk about today, but I do know that I'm here sitting in this seat and I will be talking. So to start today's episode off, let's talk about how I feel right now. Not but 6 hours ago, 6.5 hours ago, I was feasting McDonald's hotcakes, bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle, 4 hash browns right here. And that was just like peak existence. Like, I was filled with dopamine all the way through the whole night because I knew that I'd eventually order it. When it finally got here, I stuffed it all in my face as fast as I possibly could. And then I just laid down behind me on that air mattress and just let it put me into a food coma. And it did, and it was amazing. But now I'm awake, and I feel it like stuck up in me. Like, I can feel it inside of me, and it does not feel good. And I feel kind of gross. So today, realistically, I never want to like put expectation on myself, unreasonable expectation on myself. But it's 12:30. I don't have work until 4, so that's 3.5 hours minus 30 minutes for the bike ride. 3 hours. I should be done with this video stuff before work. So that's huge. Today has a lot of potential. Every day has lots of potential, but I think today already there's been a lot of good outcome just in the first hour of me being awake. When I wake up, I'm like I think I wake up pretty grumpy most of the time because usually I force myself to sleep with fast food or whatever it is. So when I wake up, even though I don't like to admit it, usually I'm very like, and I don't have a door on my room. So right outside this door to the left is the kitchen, and there's no door, so it's just a hole in the wall that goes straight to the kitchen. And it's noon, so there's activity in the kitchen, as there is when you live with 3 people. Luckily, I live with 3 of my 3 best friends. And I woke up I think I set my alarm for 10:15 last night, which is good on its own. I never set my alarm for earlier than I need to, but yesterday night I was like, let me try and set this alarm a little bit earlier. So I did. And this morning I woke up before the alarm, I think at like 9:30 or something. I crashed back out, and the alarm woke me up. And then I lay in bed for a bit. And then there was just lots of noise in the kitchen. And I don't know, being like grumpy as I am, I'm like, why don't they, like, they know that I'm in here. Why don't they say something, But that doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. I have no idea. this stretch of silence that just happened will be utilized in the compression of the audio in post-production. This is a fantastic mic and it captures great sound. However, like all mics, it sometimes picks up background noise. And for this application, all I want is my voice. I just want you to hear my voice. I want when I am not speaking, I want it to be dead silent. Kind of like true black on a nice OLED TV. So for that to happen, I use a program called Audacity, and I drag and drop this file from Guitar GarageBand. And you say, well, why don't you just record in Audacity? I should, but I tried it once, and for some reason it doesn't work on this computer. I don't, like, whatever. Whatever. And so the file goes to Audacity, and there's a 3-step process. The first step is to grab a noise profile. So I'll find the largest dead spot in the entire like recording, which in this case is going to be that moment of silence that I just took. And I highlight that. I say get noise profile. Usually I don't have one that long. These past 2 episodes, I've been like, I am so efficient that I forget that that's something that I need. So then I get to the audio editing part, and I'm like, dang, I was barely quiet this whole time, which is a good problem to have. I have to say, these are good problems, but it's like, you know, and the way I just did it wasn't good. I should leave out a section before or after the episode officially starts and use that. Because the longer the better. I mean, I should have this thing record the ambient noise of the room for 5 minutes before I come and start speaking. That's what I really should be doing here. But well, part of the reason that I started speaking just now is because right outside my door was Sam in the kitchen, and I kind of felt like I think I'm still grumpy because I just woke up. Like I felt like, I don't know, I felt like I don't want to keep talking. I don't want him to hear what I'm saying. Like what? I don't like. I think they probably know better than anybody else that I'm grumpy when I wake up, and I like really kind of deny that, but it's just true. I just am kind of like, when I wake up, I'm like, irritable. So I wonder when that will wear off. I wonder if it'll wear off halfway through this podcast. I wonder if you can tell that through this, I think that if I was healthier and I did better things and had a better routine, I actually wouldn't be so annoying in the morning. But it is what it is. My throat kind of itches. I have work again today. I have to go in at 4. I already told you that. I don't know who's going to be working with me, but I do know that I am ready. I'm ready for a shift. And most importantly, I'm ready to be done with the shift. I think after my shift, I'm going to come home, and I'm really just going to be like, dang, all I'm thinking about is bed. And I think I'm going to go to fucking bed, man. Go to bed. And then tomorrow, what I'd really like to do is wake up early enough to get this done so I have enough time to go to the gym before work. I think that could be so cool for me to go to the gym in like daylight hours. I think that could be awesome. The gym just has so much to offer. I mean, I could go. I always fantasize like just stepping into the sauna on my own. Like I never do that. Or like they have rock climbing, or just anything that like Stairmaster, like all the stuff that like I like kind of piques my interest. Like I could just do it. You know what's weird? Getting older, because I keep on every year that goes by. It's so strange. Like my parents, for example, our age gap stays the same, right? But our how do I say this? Like my parents are always going to be, 20 whatever years older than me. But 30 years older than me. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure exactly how old, and that's horrible. I fall short in a lot of ways, people. Last night I was probably like super, like yesterday's episode, I was probably like super like talking about like my night and like how I was talking to girls and like how everything was awesome and awesome and awesome. But I gotta be honest with you, man. I fall short in a lot of areas, and I feel like I should be transparent about that. I'm not exactly sure how old my parents are. I think my dad is 50, 51. I don't know. I feel like he's always turning 50. And then I feel like mom is probably like 45, 43, 40. I have no fucking clue. I know my mom's birthday is in June and my dad's is in November, and I think my mom's birthday is June. I think my mom's birthday is June 12th, 1974, but I only know that because that used to be her iPhone password. But that's not, if you know it, you know it, okay? It doesn't matter that it was her iPhone password. I know her birthday. I think, she's listening to this right now and I might just be dead wrong, but I think it's 071274. Is that right? No, I don't think that's right. 06, because that's June. 07 is July. 061274. Yeah, that has a ring to it. 061274. I think. So 1974 makes, I'm sorry, Mom, I'm talking about your age. I'm sorry. That makes 26 plus 25. Mom, congratulations on 51 years. Jesus Christ, how old is Dad? Holy shit, guys. Wait, is that right? 7'4"? I don't know. Yeah, but let's talk about some other things that that I seriously lack. That maybe I should know that I don't know, or I should do that I don't do. My bathroom is disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, it's not like, look. Like, the floor is clear, right? But that's all that I've got going for my bathroom. The last time that I cleaned the counter, or it was just too long ago. 2 months. It's bad. It's ridiculously bad. How can I be, at the bars, right? Say, a girl and I hit it off. And it's where, what? And, we want to keep on seeing each other. Or say I want to, I've often thought about this. I'd really like to show somebody in my studio. Would you, you could come see, where I live and work. It's disgusting, bro. What? How can I bring a girl here? That's it doesn't make any sense. It's gross. What? I don't, the excuse is it's always one clean away from being clean, right? So it's just I'll do it tomorrow. No, bro. It's nice when my roommate's girlfriend comes to town, this place gets a little bit cleaner. I came home yesterday and it was just clean. And I was like, yep, she must be here. And that's just awesome. That's awesome because it's just I don't know. It probably would have got clean without her. I'm not saying it's just because of her that he cleans, but I am saying that she is an extra reason to clean, and it's always good to have extra reasons to clean. So what is going on? What do I talk about? What do people want to hear? I could tell stories. I'll tell a story. I could reach into my back pocket and find a story. Let's see. What story what story might I want to tell? I'm starting to feel like I've told every story, but that's just not true. I have to start telling the stories that I remember now, so that when we're at 2000, this is my opportunity to catalog and document these moments, because I oftentimes think about how stories change as you get older, and sometimes you forget some, and sometimes you don't forget some. Did I already tell? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. If you're someone that listens to every single episode, maybe you could help me out and leave a comment. Whether you're on, you can actually comment if you're listening on Spotify. There is a comment section, or YouTube, and you can tell me which of these stories you've heard, or maybe if you haven't heard them, which ones you'd like to hear, so I can get an idea. First, the things that come to mind is we threw a giant party on a public beach, and it got broken up, and we all got citations from the police. Another thing that I think of is I did acid along that beach with two buddies. I know I told that story. I ended up cutting the hole through my foot with an oyster that day, and it was amazing. Another thing that happened to me is I was let into the home of a girl. I could tell that story because that's something that I want to talk about. Like, it wasn't just a girl; it was my ex-girlfriend, and I think I found myself in this situation many, many times, and I've actually found myself in this situation with girls, after her, and not, people let people in their house all the time, but like, I don't know, all of a sudden, like, it just went from like I never knew the girl to all of a sudden like I'm staying and sleeping with her in her room. And that's a story that I want to tell because I think I have a lot to give to it now. Another story I could tell is getting really high and walking to the grocery store. I could tell that story. That happened. We did that tons of times. So I wonder what I'd say. Like, I don't actually remember, I could tell the story of, I already told that story. I know I already told this story. I got punched in middle school, and then I got into a fight later on. I could tell the story of... I've told all my stories, y'all. Jesus. This is a little bit disarming. Like, I always feel like I'm like the guy with all the stuff that he's done. But now it's like day by day, I give you guys everything I got. And eventually it's all going to be stripped away. And I'm really going to have guests. Because what the hell am I going to talk about? I don't know what to say. I have no idea what to say. Have I ever told the story about how this one's pretty gnarly, and this one's pretty gnarly. A cop let me off. I think I already told this story, man. Have I ever told the story where I could tell this story. I don't think I've told this story yet. All right, this story is about LSD. So I've only done it a handful of times. God knows how I ever got my hands on it in the first place. And one night in particular, I remember I was out at a party or something, and we were drinking, and I'm never, drinking didn't satisfy me. I was new to it. And it was just, that was what it was. I like to smoke weed, and drinking kind of was disgusting still for me at this point in time. But I probably had one or two drinks. I don't know. Like, I didn't know how to find the pocket as far as alcohol goes. Like, I wasn't there with myself yet. And I get home, and I'm not drunk. I'm not super stoned. I'm just kind of there, and the party's over. And kind of like what happened to me with that thing 2 days ago when I came home from that house party, I'm kind of just like, I'm dumped. Like I went from being super like energetic and like happy to like now all the partying is gone and the night is over, and I'm like, it's a big drop off, right? So, which by the way, can I just say, I want to build towards a place where, like your body is supposed to fill you with happy chemicals and such when it's time for bed. That's a fun fact people don't necessarily realize. When you have all these things like fast food, a late work shift, YouTube videos, you fuck up your body's ability to lull yourself to sleep. I know certain people that like their eyes just get heavy and they can't fight it. And I've been that person, but that's who I want to be. Like, I want to be that guy. I want to be the guy that just goes to bed at the right hour, you know? Because then you wake up, you wake up better, you know? It's all around better. So anyway, I get home and like I'm in bed and I'm just not feeling bed. I still have it. It's a fake dictionary that I got on Amazon. I had it delivered to a friend's house because what's so secretive about a fake dictionary if, and you know what's crazy is my mom or my parent, like she probably found that at one point. I used to not even lock it. I just thought it was cool. Mom, let me know. Did you ever find that fake dictionary? Probably. Yeah, I think you probably did. I think like you might have even found it and I was like, even though she found it, she probably won't even remember. Like I was not a critical thinker. But anyway, I used to keep, things in there, vapes, weed pens, and at this point in time, actually I didn't even have LSD in there. I remember thinking I was such a cool, like Grateful Dead, like, guy because I had bought these 2 LSD tabs just for a special occasion, I guess. Fuck if I know. And they were inside of a book because you want to store LSD in a cool, dark place. Now, it's room temperature, but it's dark and they're flat and they fit in a book and ain't nobody ever going to find them there. So I remember thinking that was cool that I had them stored in the pages of a book. And I'm laying in bed and like, that's kind of all it took. I just kind of sit up and I open the book and I look at them and I put one in my mouth. At this point in time, I think I have a picture of it on my tongue. And I feel like the background of that picture is my closet, so my desk would have had to be my window, but that can't be right because I remember the way this story goes, and by this time I already had my bed in its final resting place before I moved out of that room. Or did I move my bed back? I can't remember. I don't think I did. Anyway, 1 tab, done. 30 minutes passes, don't feel it, take the other one. It probably was like 15 or 20 minutes. Both of these tabs I remember were like 200 to 400 micrograms, which is a fuck ton. LSD is synthetic and it can kill you, ladies and gentlemen. It is not like mushrooms. It is not like weed. LSD is man-made and too much of it, you can overdose and die. I don't think I was anywhere near that range, realistically. I think that the way that they work in tabs is like you could probably take 10 a strip at once and be okay. But I probably hadn't eaten much that day. Bang, on my tongue, bang. And at this point, like I'm back filled with that dopamine, that happy feeling, because I'm excited about what's going to happen to me. Right? So it's been like 30 to 35 minutes, and I get up and I walk into my little brother's room. And I'm like, yo, and I tell him what's happening, and I tell him like, hey, just to let you know, like I'm about to just start tripping out. And I think what I wanted to say to him was like, could you keep an eye on me? If things go south, can you send me back to my room? But I think what I probably did say to him was, I got it all under control. I just wanted to give you a heads up. So I also have a weed pen, and I gave it to him, and I was like, yo, hit this, bro. And he did, bro. And he got fucking stoned, man. His eyes turned bright red so fast. I remember at the time he had a big red pimple on his nose, and after he hit that thing, that pimple glowed bright red. I might even have a video of it in my Snapchat. First off, what an awful older brother I am. Fuck me. I'm so like upset that I did that. I'm so upset with my younger self. Why would I do that? He's my brother. Why would I give him weed? Second off, now he's high. So in the first place, I wasn't even able to I didn't even have, I never even told him, hey, keep an eye on me, even though I should have. And when he hit that thing, he's coughing, and we're talking back and forth. And his room is right next to my parents' room. And and bang, all of a sudden I realized, like, wait, how long have I been sitting here staring at him? And I go to move, and I, like, can't move. And then I look back at him, and I think, wait, how long have I just been sitting here staring at him? And I go to move, and I can't move. And then I think, wait, how long have I been sitting here staring at him? And then I'm like, wait, hold on. I've already thought these thoughts. I'm stuck in a loop. And then it just starts to hit me like a brick wall. Holy hell. It's like my chest gets light. I look around the room and everything is super bright. But it's not about what I feel or see. It's like how I am. Like everything is all of a sudden just different. I guess I must have. I know I did. I found my feet and eventually like said good night or goodbye to him, and I made it back to my room. And I close my door and I get in bed and I think, okay, I'm in my room. I'm good. I'm safe. I remember I'm on my phone and I'm like, this isn't like, I can't be on my phone. Like my phone isn't doing that thing that it usually does for me. Like usually I'm on my phone at that hour at night just because like I don't want to be bored and I want to fill myself with a little bit of like a trickle of dopamine. My phone's good for like a little trickle of dopamine. Like smoking a cigarette, it just kind of gets me along. But now that I'm tripping sack on LSD, I'm looking at my phone and the colors are jumping out at me and like the phone is like a weird size in my hands and my hands like the skin is moving. And I'm like, what the fuck would I be? Why would I be on my phone for? And I kept finding myself like having the muscle memory to take my phone out and then looking at my phone and being like, I don't even want to be on my phone. So I'm sitting there absolutely tripping ball sack. I'm lying there and I'm like, why did I do this? I keep checking the time and it's like sometimes it seems like an hour passes but only 5 seconds pass, and then sometimes that's all it is. I'm either not paying attention or when I pay attention, it's like time is going so slow. And I'm like, holy fuck. I'm looking up like how long does LSD last? And I'm like, when I close my eyes, I can still see everything. And I'm like, oh my God. All I want to do is go to bed. I can't go to bed. I'm so screwed. Why did I do this? What was I thinking? I'm so fucked. And as the hours tick by, it is not lighting. It's as the hours tick by, it's getting stronger. And that's what's really freaking me out. Because like I can't go to bed and I can't even think my own thoughts. Like I'm fucking gonzo. And I'm just laying there like this. I'm laying there curled up in a ball. Like I'm kind of freaking the fuck out. And I remember thinking, like, I should maybe, like, tell my parents about this. Like, what if I'm going to die? And that was a bad thought to have. What if I'm going to die? If you've ever taken a really strong edible, you can maybe sympathize with where I was at this time. But trust me, brother, weed could never do this to me. Weed did this sort of thing to me when I was, like, 12 or 13 and I had taken it for the first time. But I powered through it so efficiently and effectively that it, of course, led to an addiction. Because, like, if it doesn't scare you at all, then it's only positive things. Every time you hit weed, you're happy. Like I just brushed past that whole, like, sometimes you can have a bad experience with weed. I know that it can be strong nowadays, but like, that was so long ago and I was so young, I don't even remember it. I was telling my coworker the other day, when I smell weed, it just smells amazing. It smells like chocolate. I love the smell of weed. And I wonder if that will ever go away. Anyhow, my throat itches. I'm laying there curled up in a ball, and it's starting to become like something that I recognize as like maybe a traumatic experience. And I'm like, I should God damn it, I should get my parents. I'm like, no, you're gonna hate yourself if you get your parents. This is gonna wear off, and you're gonna be so pissed at yourself that you went and bothered your parents because you think that, you're too high on drugs. Like, God forbid, they're going to take you to the hospital, and the hospital is going to say that you're fine and send you home, and you're going to feel like a complete dummy. Imagine, like, what might have happened to me in my life if I had actually done that. I might have, like, gone to college. Anyway, I don't, and I stay, and the hours tick by, and now it's, like, 5 a.m., and I know that that's like the hour that my dad's going to be awake and leaving for work. And I have weed, real flower weed, stashed in my bathroom. And I'm like, and if you know anything about psychedelics, the euphoria, it's like you go through this sort of hell, I guess, and the come up and the, for hours, it's like you lose who you are and it's scary and you think that like you're never going to be the same again. And then the come down is really like the great part. For the next like 5 hours, you kind of regain sobriety, right? And through regaining sobriety, you're still like the happiness and like the fulfillment and what can only be described as euphoria just sticks around. And you're just like I think you're just so grateful that like you came out of it alive, I feel like. So I'm in that stage, right? And I'm like, I just want to smoke weed. Why did I think that was what I should do? Well, because I had the pen and I was hitting the pen. But like that, it's that kind of thing feels gross after a while, the weed pen. And I was like, I want to, or it probably had died at that point. I probably had smoked the whole thing, And I was like, I have flour. Let me do what I once did before and smoke it out the window of my bathroom. How retarded, how stupid could I possibly have been? So I do that, and my dad's leaving to go to work, and I wait to watch, or I probably didn't even check if he had left. I probably just went by what I thought was the sound of the back door, and he could have been like working out above the garage. Like I don't know his morning routine at all. Like I had just assumed that he had left. I didn't even think twice about it. And I think I took 2 big jeebs in my bathroom, blew the smoke out the window, and then I look out the window, and I see that he is getting out of his car to come back in the back door. Or, no, I don't know what. I just looked out this is what I looked out the window, and I saw his car. So I know that he's not gone. And now I'm like, fuck. Dude, I'm like panic mode, dude. Fuck. But I'm so stoned and so fucking high and euphoric that like I'm also kind of like whatever happens, man. Like clean up and like. But I remember I was cleaning up pretty frantically, and then I also remember being like, shit, fuck. Let me turn the light off, cause like what if he looks up, sees my bathroom light is on? He's gonna be like, why is his bathroom light on? So I turned it off. And then I was like, wait, but if he saw me turn it off, then he's going to really know that I'm up here because someone would have to be here for the light. So then I turn it back on. And then I'm like, fuck, dude. Now it really looks suspicious because I turned it off and then back on again. And then I'm like, okay, just clean the weed up. And I clean the weed up. I put it in its smell-proof container. And I get back in bed, I think. Or no. No. Oh, this is where this gets really bad. This is where the story gets like kind of gross. Before I even finish cleaning up, he's at my bathroom door. And he tries to come in, and I hold the bathroom door shut on him. I use all my strength to like keep the bathroom door shut. Like I don't let him come in. And he's probably like, I think he smelled it. And at this point, he's like super disappointed in me. He's like, Jack, what the fuck? And I don't know. My mind is crazy. I'm so high. And so I finish packing everything up and I put it under my sink. And then I open the bathroom door and he's not at the bathroom door anymore. He's at my room door. And he's looking at me like, just with that look, just like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? And it's so weird. Cause like I did feel really guilty, but like I was so high that I felt like I shouldn't have to feel guilty. I guess. So I'm telling him, like, can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? And it's like, why would I be saying, what is there to talk about? Like, I'm just completely a degenerate. Like, I'm high as a kite at 5 a.m. And, he's like dressed and ready for work, where he goes to his job to support me. And he's like, no, I gotta go to work. Like, I'm going to work. And I'm like, don't go to work. I'm like telling him, don't go to work. Don't go to work. Don't go to work. Because, like, I don't know. I felt like if he went to work, then, like, I would just be left alone. I felt like if he went to go to work, then I would just kind of be left alone to be high on my own. And, like, I didn't really want that. Like, I really wanted to keep talking to him. So now he's at the front door, and I'm like, wait, don't go to work. Don't go to work. And I'm like, wait, hold on. And I run up to my bathroom. Like, I want to show you something. Like, let me show you something. And I run up to the bathroom, and I grab all my weed stuff. And I come down and show him. And I'm like, look, I'm just high. I don't tell him anything about acid or anything. Because to me, like, the acid doesn't matter. Or maybe it's like, I don't know. But I don't know. I just want to show him that it's just weed, I guess. And then I was, like, trying to explain to him, like, that I smoke weed. And that it's okay that I smoke weed. And I feel like he's probably looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? Like, what is happening, really? Like, I don't know. And then at that point, he's like, all right. Like, he's like, he kind of gives into the fact that I'm officially fucking his day up. And he's like, goes and gets mom, and then we go above the garage, all three of us. And they just lecture me, I think, for like 2 hours. And at one point during the lecture, I was like, holy shit. Because it just kept kicking in. I mean, at this point, I'm like sleep deprived, right? So, like, I'm just high. So fucking high. And then the conversation's over, and my dad leaves, and I go back to my room. And, oh, sorry, holy cow, I missed a really key part of this story. This part's so bad. I'm horrible. Like, I'm horrible. So at one point in time, or right after I showed my dad the weed, right? He's like, okay, what? And then he's like, all right, well, I have to take that from you. Like, he's not, like, I can't let you just have that. And I'm like, no. And I don't let him take it. And he's like, are you serious? Like, dude, I can only imagine being him. Like, seriously, I can only imagine being him. And I don't let him take it. And I'm like, I realize in that moment that he wants to take it, and wherever in this house that I put it, he's going to take it. So I'm like, I'm in my head, like, I'm going to run out of the house, run away, and put it just somewhere, like, out there, like, hide it behind a bush or something so I can keep it. And that's what I do. I was in my boxers, I think. Maybe I had a shirt on, maybe I didn't. And I ran around. I might have just been in my underwear. I think I remember just being in my underwear. And at 5 a.m., barefoot, I'm pretty sure, I sprinted around the block and hid my little weed jar in a bush somewhere. And then I finished the sprint around the block. And by the time I get back, I don't know if, like, he's waiting for me on the porch, or that's when he's like, all right, I'm going to have to wake mom up now, and we got to go and talk about this above the clubhouse. And I didn't really get in trouble for that. Like, I did, like, I don't know, like, it's weird, like, I feel like I have a different I feel like something that I experienced that's a little bit different than most. Maybe this is an older child thing. My parents, I think, had a really hard time with me. And I don't know. I think this might be more of their narrative than mine. I wouldn't say necessarily that they didn't punish me, right? Because, like, I'd feel these feelings all the time, like guilt, regret, all that stuff. Like, but if you talk to them, sometimes they've told me, like, we never, like, you never, like, it's kind of understood between us both that I never actually, like, was grounded or anything. Or I was never, like, they would say I couldn't go out tonight, but, like, I would just be like, I would just go, like, I'd just be like, come on, like, let me go out. And, like, eventually I did, like, okay, I go out. So I just go out. And, I don't know. I don't know. So that's an insane story. That's one that's one that I haven't told on this show before. And it's also one that's shocking. It's like really shocking to hear. You might hear that and think like, or to you probably it's just words and a story and it's interesting, maybe at the very least. But to me, it's like identity forming. Maybe it's because I was so goddamn high on acid, or maybe it's because like, I don't know. It was just a hell of a fucking, I think it's really good. This is what I think. I think that it was really good that, everything happened how it did with my parents. Even though I, hid from them that I was on acid, and said I was just really high. Even though like I probably really scared them. Even though like I showed blatant disrespect and like kind of made them almost resent me. Like it's not enough for them to have changed my diapers for so long and to have fed me and to have kept me safe and send me to good schools and put me in a good neighborhood and let me hang out with friends, And now I'm just like, hey guys, good morning. Like let's start the day off. I'm stoned and there's nothing you guys can do about it. Like what an asshole thing for me to do. But imagine this. Well, I don't want to talk about what ifs. But imagine if I had stayed in my room and I hadn't smoked that weed and I hadn't gotten caught. I probably would have kept doing acid. And let me tell you something about that shit. That shit really fries your brain. When you do that for a week, you're out. I mean, you feel like a microwave mush ball up there. Like you can't, like sleep is like it doesn't. Oh my God. Imagine if I feel like, I don't know, I feel really lucky that my parents stayed so grounded and so firm. Like they were just there. I think the best thing parents can do is just continue to be there. And they were, like no one screamed or threw things. Like they just kind of were just like kept breathing and like existed with me, Like I have really good parents. I don't know how they did that. I have no idea. Like, and because of them, I believe that I'll be able to do that. When my kid does some crazy shit, I believe that like seriously, like I like the right thing to do is just be there because it's like to be alone is the real killer. Like to have someone say like, I can't deal with you right now and shove you in a room is like the real fucking, that's the ender. Like that's the thing that really messes with kids' mind is parents that aren't really there for them. So that story is, it's funny that I started telling that story. I didn't even remember. It's like 3 different stories that I tell. The first story is the one with my brother and the come up. The second story is the one with the underwear, and the third story is the one where I'm running around my underwear. And the third story is when my dad, when I'm turning the lights on and off, like Dumb and Dumber, like Cheech and Chong. The truth is, it's all the same night. Like it's that happened all within a 12-hour span. And maybe there's something to understand from that. I have 3 stories that I tell all from a 12-hour span. That usually doesn't happen. So I would imagine that that's probably a very formative 12 hours in my life, and I'm glad that I have this to record it, at least record how I perceive it now. I'm 21. This happened when I was like maybe 15, 14. I don't know. Did I have a car yet? I'm not sure. 16 maybe? 17 even? I have no clue. But that shit happened. That shit happened. That shit really did happen. I could tell the story of when I did mushrooms before school. I could tell a story. I could tell story. Let's tell some stuff that's happened in like the past 2 years. Who really cares about high school? 3 years. I've been here for 3 years. I mean, what's going on? Okay, there was this one time. Okay, check this out. International students. I live in a building called University Towers when I just moved here. This is a feel-good story. And there's international students in the building. I took a liking to them, an interest and a liking. And one thing leads to another, and I'm like a part of their friend group. I'm one of probably the many Americans that they call friend. And amongst them are these French girls. And I don't need to say nothing else, do I? I don't need to say nothing else. God damn it. The French are crazy because their language is so sexy and they're all so beautiful. But they're kind of just dicks. They come off as dicks to us for some reason. Like they think they know it all and like. But that's kind of like that France is like the place of love and like Paris is like the love capital of the world, like the romantic capital of the world. And I kind of understand why that is. Because I think like love and sex and like romance, I think it's all a very like primate thing. It's like very embedded in us as animals rather than people. Like we like romance is, I guess, a bit more of like an intelligent take on it, but lust is like, you know, we feel it in our nuts. Like you know what I mean? Like she's hot and like I'm pulled to her. Like, you know, like she's releasing that stuff in my brain and like I want to reproduce with woman. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the very upfront nature and like the nonchalant yet like confident and forceful being that is a French person really contributes to their ability to be so effective and efficient when it comes to just romance. You know, they're just like, I know what I want and I take what I want. And that's really like, I feel like that's really like hot, you know? Anyway, get this. One of them is this dude. There's this one girl, and it's like she's just like a fucking model, dude. Like, what the hell? Like, you see them all the time. They're all over the place. But like, she's one of them, and my dad was visiting, and we were in the hallway walking to my place. And she knows me and I know her, but like we've never spoken to one another. You know, we just know each other through this group of international students. And as I'm walking with my dad towards my room, she comes around the corner and is walking towards us. And so I say, hey, this is my dad. And she says, hey. And it was like a really nice hey with a really big smile. And I still think about it. I still think about it. It was like a little bit more smiley and nice than you'd think it might have needed to be. And that just was like, the whole time I'm just thinking like, holy shit, does that mean I have a chance? Does that mean I have a chance? And then after that, of course, I'm totally in my head. And like, I think I catch her looking at me and stuff all the time, which I might have, and I might have had a chance, but it doesn't matter because it's over and I didn't do anything. But I'll never forget that. And that's something that I want to say. She was very, very pretty. Um, I think because of this podcast, my partner is going to have to be very mature. Because I say all these stories and I do all these things, it might be overwhelming to them. Just a one single episode that my potential partner might listen to might be a lot. Because I know sometimes girls will get mad just if they think that you're thinking about another girl. Now, I wouldn't be. Trust me, I would not be. If you heard, remember how much of yesterday's episode was dedicated to me talking about how good of a boyfriend I'd be? I wouldn't be thinking about anybody else when I'm with them. But like, this stuff stays on the internet, and it stays because this is me now. And if you're listening to this, whoever you are, I'm sure you're beautiful, and you should know that I'm now a different person. I'm still me, but me now and me now is completely separate. And realistically, no matter how mature you are, I don't blame you. You're probably still going to get pissed. Still going to get all those feelings, So the least you could do, yeah, you're not going to tell me. You're going to want me to figure out. But I'm fucked. I'm actually cooked. I'm so cooked, boys. I'm so cooked. I'm so cooked. Rest in peace, me. I sense a good week coming up. I'm throwing Hail Marys, and tomorrow I got a text from my dad. My brother's going to be in town. Maybe I can get Keeping It Real done before I even go see him. Man, oh man, I am excited. What else is there to talk about, I wonder? Dude, life is insanity. Insanity. I can't believe I'm living this. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy to be me. Look at this room, man. I just get to do whatever I want with it. It's awesome. It's awesome. All right, well, what is there to say now? What is there to do? What is there to say? What is there to do? What is it to Hey, my name is Jack. Welcome back. I'm on the beat, and you know that this slap. I'm on the Keeping It Real show. That's how we go. Episode 85. Yo no. Give me that boom bap. I don't stop it. Acapella, so you know that we rock it. Making this music with my own damn words. It comes out of my mouth, and you know it's absurd. How he do it? Jack, how you really make music? I don't know. I just rap. I just really do this. Welcome to the beat that you ever heard. I'm the man. Here is the damn word. Can I get it from the lady in the back? Give me them hands and give me a slap, cause I like the way you're looking. I like your teeth. They real white, and I know that I'm trying to meet your ma'am, and your dad. I can't stop what I'm doing, man. I might have had a couple drinks, but it's okay, cause I'm not feeling tipsy. I'm sober as a duck, and you know you won't miss me. Archery, I'm feeling real free. Shooting that arrow, and then I just see where it goes. Hit the bullseye, for sure. Give me that 1, 2, 3 pack, I'm the bro. No, I can't stop what I'm doing. It's all off the top, and I really make music. Repeat myself? I would never. Except for 1, 2, 3, man, I like cheddar. That's the 3 to the 2 to the 1. one. Open my wallet, now this bitch is done. Got so much money that I couldn't even spend it. Maybe it's the opposite, I need to send it off to the army. I pay taxes, strongly opinionated on the government mobbing. I can't even understand. I just know that I really do have a plan, and that's more than I could say a year ago. I don't fuck with you cause you a groupie, bro. I can't stop what I'm doing cause I move like whoa, and if I pick it back up then this is my damn show. I got the mic, a Shure SM7 DB. I'm thinking about whatever so they can't scream me. I'm at the TSA line and I'm looking for the T. The guy with the mustache, he got the free drugs across the border. That's what I do when I have a disorder. It's not autism, I'm just autistic. I got that 1, 2, 3, I'm with it. I got that pin by my side, I see it and I fly. Pick up that beat and you know that I'm the guy. Haven't rapped in like way too long. I need a beat so you know that this is my damn song, and it don't matter. It don't matter. I say it twice cause you know that I splatter. All the evidence up against the damn wall. Got the American flag cause fuck it, we ball. Welcome to the greatest country on earth. I can't say it twice cause you know that it will hurt. Got a strong military, got a couple purse. Is with the ladies and you know that I work. Isn't. I can't even stop. I'm in prison. I'm in jail. You know that I'm with it. I like Mr. Clean. Look at me. You know that I'm on the scene. Am I making sense or am I making dollars? Can I get a couple? Can I get a holler? Shout out my boy Griffin. You know I'm a baller. I can't stop myself cause I'm taller. I got that height on you. Get it like 2. Fuck the 1 cause we really them dudes. Shoot that shit. I don't even gotta look. It always goes in, man. I don't even gotta book. Kip it, mark it, put it in your pocket, socket, rocket, straight to the Mars. Space is what I do. I'm on them bars. Xanax ain't okay, but this shit is hard. Bang. There's this girl on social media who raps, and she is like super into Jesus, and all her friends too, and she gets a lot of support for her freestyle raps. And the way that she does it reminds me of me, and the only problem is it doesn't sound good. Like she's not like, it doesn't like, maybe it does, and I just gotta like really think about it. But like for some reason, like she raps, and it seems like she's thinking too hard about it, and I wonder like, is that what I sound like? Like be honest, just then, did I sound like I was thinking too hard about what I was gonna say? I was thinking hard, but I want to just think hard enough so where I can like let my body go and have the beat flow. And like, you know, the words aren't important. It's just like the way I started that off, you see how I like just mashed the flows up because I think that was like attention grabbing and probably hopefully pleasing to the ear. I don't know. I got to figure out auto-tune and just start posting music. I have 2 Spotify accounts, one for this podcast and one for music through DistroKid. And, yeah. So I have what's called an RSS feed now through my Spotify podcast account. And I think that allows me to put this like on everything. Like literally everything. I think I can go like, of course, the first one that's obvious is I need Apple Music. But I haven't gone to that page and seen what that looks like yet. But there's other websites too. There's like specific podcast websites and all that. So something I definitely want to look into. Also, my stomach, I'm quite hungry. I'm quite hungry. So your boy might have to put some food in his mouth right when this camera turns off. But I'm feeling great right now. I'm feeling great because we got 20 more bar in this episode, and I'm about to wrap it up. I'll wrap it up now. Thank you guys so much for your time. I don't know who you are. If you are that one gentleman who came up to me in the club last night, who knew my younger brother Ike, and the last thing you said to me was keeping it real, and you looked at me and winked at me. If you're listening to this, man, holy shit. I can't even tell you. You made my night, you made my week. I'm looking always for guests. If you are interested in this, all it takes is a little push on your end, okay? I'm at a spot where realistically I'd have a hard time packing this all up and coming to you. But if you tell me you want to be on the show and you live near me, I'm at 1911 Wolf Tech Lane, 27603, Raleigh, North Carolina. And if you want to be on this show, all it takes is a trip. You know, you get here, I do it every day, you pick your day, and you'll be the episode for that day. with that being said, going forward, I'm looking for sponsors as well. If you have a company, I'm sure we can work something out. I'm currently very low in numbers, so I'd be happy if it's something that I believe in. I'd be happy to give you a sponsor spot in this project just so that I get the time to practice reading an ad. I think that would be enough of a trade-off for me. I'm not looking for you to pay me any money whatsoever, and then you can get the 20 potential sales. I think I have about there. I think it's safe to say about like 5. I think 5 people listen to this all the way through. Each episode solid, so like that's 5 potential sales, I guess. But yeah, but then hey, the sale, then you'd be casting Keeping It Real history forever. You know what I'm saying? You'd always be on episode 86. And as I gain traction with this, people I believe will find it and listen to every single episode. So peace. See you tomorrow.